if you were on free every year's lunch in Marshall County or Marshall County,
It's over 50%. I think it's about 60%.
so we have a huge need just in my county alone for low income. Most of the parents both work, or in a factory somewhere. A lot of people working. When you were talking about quality, high quality care, my wife had worked for Head Start, preschool teacher, and now runs the Early Start program in Marshall County. How does the Head Start and what the state program, do you have any, how do those work together? Are they similar? And what's the criteria for a high quality? Is Head Start the criteria is it based off of that, or is it other things?
Well, both the statewide voluntary preschool programs and Head Start programs must adhere to rigid quality standards. They have performance standards for the teachers, program standards, and then they also have learning standards for the children. So, and while there are very slight differences, they're not significant differences. In fact, a program that is meeting Head Start standards automatically qualifies as meeting statewide voluntary preschool program standards, because there are three choices. There are the Head Start standards, National Association for the Education of Young Children accreditation, or the Iowa Quality Preschool Program standards, which are a subset of the accreditation standards. So I'd say that Head Start program standards and the program standards that the statewide voluntary programs use are very similar.
And so I know other people want to ask questions. And one more, I had an email from one of my local empowerment people who works directly with Early Childhood Education. And she at least makes the claim that we could do this just with two-year degree teachers. It doesn't make a difference between a two-year degree teacher of early childhood as opposed to a 4-year or a master's or whatever. And I think you spoke to it a little bit, but how would you respond to that?
I think it depends on the teacher. I'm not going to say that there are no teachers out there with 2-year degrees who cannot put on a quality preschool program. I'm not going to say that. It depends on the teacher, but part of that is ongoing professional development, which certainly the schools have a mechanism for that to happen, ongoing goal setting and professional growth, which the schools have a system to do that. So I think that you can achieve quality if you have teachers with 2-year degrees rather than 4-year degrees, as long as you have other mechanisms in place to make sure that you are achieving quality. But I also want to stand behind UNI Early Childhood graduates as the best in the state.
Certainly, but you had kind of said, I think earlier, you talked about high trained teachers, how to train teachers.
Yes.
Some other setup, making sure they know physical and social development, skill assessments, and those types of things. So that will all have to be a part of it.
Oh, yes, they have to know how to use a research-based curriculum, how to use reliable and valid assessment tools, which assessment of young children is very difficult because you can't sit them down and give them a paper and pencil test. So you have to find other ways to figure out what it is that they know and what it is that they're still struggling with, and then how to use that information to adjust your curriculum to meet that child's needs. That's a very highly specialized set of skills and knowledge.
Thank you.
I certainly think we need a highly qualified teacher in the classroom, in an early childhood classroom. I don't think that can happen in 2 years. One of the things that I considered when I left school administration was returning as a teacher. And then I thought, you know what, I think the profession has left me behind. I'd have to retool to be a classroom teacher today. And so I think we definitely need a highly qualified, certified teacher in our early childhood classrooms.
Senator Hogue, I have you next on my list.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. One of the issues for us as a policy matter is integrating the various early childhood programs we have. We have the 4-year-old voluntary preschool program, which I'm a strong supporter of. We also have empowerment, which I'm a strong supporter of. And I think there's a perception from some that those are conflicted. In Lynn County, where I'm from, my perception is they've been very complementary. As we've come in with the 4-year-old voluntary preschool program, empowerment has been able to do both wraparound services there and also do more in the 0 to 3 area. And I was just wondering if the two of you have had a chance to, either personal experience, professional research, look at what advice you have for us for going beyond the 4-year-old preschool in terms of doing an even better job in those early years. What kinds of things you would suggest for us if we get a position in the state where we make that next step?
You know, I can't speak to that directly, but I know that the folks who are currently working in the schools can speak to it well. I know in Marshalltown there's a lot of effort to cooperate with current preschool teachers. One of our preschool programs is located at St. Paul's Church, where the 4-year-old program was before. So I know there's a lot of discussion and cooperation taking place.
I think one of the beauties of the statewide voluntary preschool program is the condition that school districts collaborate with their community providers. I think that was brilliant, and it has helped to raise the quality across the board so that you place a qualified, highly trained teacher in an existing child care setting, and that teacher can help to inform the other providers about how to provide a quality program. So I think that the statewide voluntary preschool programs are raising the quality of early childhood programs across the board where there is collaboration. Unfortunately, there are some rural areas in the state where there are no preschools except the statewide voluntary, where there's no one else providing preschool education.
Thank you.